Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Tuesday. Do 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 do. Give me a minute. Let's get there it is. God, that looks. Oh. Let's knock that down. Let's say hello all. Hello all. Did it pop up over there? It sure did. Let's get that going. Now, let me do this real quick and then we'll start the show. We're going to be processing this. This is the winner of the Harbor, King of the Harbor contest. I think I just hit share. Real quick and then we'll start the show. We're going to be processing this. This is Whoa! We don't need to hear all that. How do you share this? Where do you hit share at? Boom. Pause. No. Hang on. I got this. Report. Live chat. Description. View channel. Yeah, I was going to help share it out, but I guess I can't. Skip to live. I should be able to share this. Oh well, the show must go on. Fuck it. Alright, let me set up my camera real quick because I'm not cussing, that's right. I forgot that part of that debacle. I am going to be filming with my camera, so I need it. Alright, calm down. Let's drop her down right there. Let's get the camera angle. Boom, boom. Let's turn it around. And yes, you can see it perfectly right there. Okay. Go to video. Perfect. All right, here we go. Let's start this show. This is the King of the Harbor winner right here. It was 9.1 pounds, I believe. I have to go look at the video. And we are going to start this. I am documenting it so I can make a nice video of the whole thing. Let's grab ourselves a beer. It's 5:30. Let's pop our first beer. Woo! What a day. Cheers, everybody. Here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to take this apart. I'm going to keep the meat whole. I'm going to take the legs off, the antennas off, get all the horn meat out, get the eyeball meat out. It's all edible. Bring it all the way down. Then what I'm doing is I'm going to take it down to the market and I'm going to turn them into the original lobster sausages. That's what you're going to get right now. Lobster sausages. Yeah. The guy that said that. If you can, that is huge. This was a winner. Was not mine. The guy just asked me to taxidermy. Well, no, he didn't even ask me. I was co-hosting, I guess. I don't know what I was doing. I was just down there having fun. I don't know how to hoop net. I learned. My lobsters all here came from the bottom of the ocean where I go grab them out of their holes and bring them up. You can have 7 a day. They have to be 3 1/4 inches on the carapace. You measure from the eyeballs right here where the eyes tweak. Boop, boop, boop. And if your gauge goes over the back right here, it's a short and it'll be $850 fine. That's the truth. I can't make that up. So we're going to be processing this. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. If you want a t-shirt, hat, hoodie, seawolf13.net. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go watch my reels and my shorts. Any social media. But since we're on YouTube right now, let's just stick with YouTube. So, yes, this is the best beer. I've tried a lot of them. I even have a home. I live here in Cortalitos, California, and that we got a home brewer. Very good beer, but it is not like this. I tried their younger when it was out. It's a seasonal one. Okay, I bought 4 because I thought I could bring the bottles home. They only did it in a keg, so then I had to bring 4 people. 3 of the people didn't even drink beer, so I got. Woo, yeah, I was there. All right, let's start this process. Let me turn on my camera. Let me show you the gauge real quick. This is what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if you're a hoot netter or anything else. You have to put the gauge on them. This gauge cannot go past here. if it does. So this is almost a double size the legal limit. This one's probably about 60 years old. I didn't go to school, so I don't know that language. Anyway, this is what I do. I am so into lobsters. I tattooed one on my chest. There it is right there. We won't get all weird, but yeah. Okay, now let's start this process. Let me get the razor blade out. First, we're going to take off these beautiful, beautiful antennas. I'll put them all back on. All the original pieces will go back on. So that's my first part I'll remove. Now this one already broke the tip, but it's okay. I know how to fix the tip. So, my bad. What's going on, Matt? There's both antennas are off. Beautiful. Now we're gonna flip this. This is a male. You can tell by their back foot. I do have the missing legs too. The missing legs are, if you were watching last night, that's where they're at. So let's flip it over. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all the back fins here. You say why? Because I turn them into earrings. This is what they'll look like when they're done. Those are some nice, smaller ones, but beautiful earrings right there, okay? So, 100% sustainability. Here's a nice pair right here. Look at that. For your lady, right? Okay. Let's keep on moving. So today, let's take off each fin. Here's the scissors. I like to get them all the way up high as I can. And this also helps when you're taking the tail meat out. When you're taking the tail meat out, this helps because everything's a muscle, so it goes in there to control these, right? So if you're trying to remove the tail meat, like I do, and you say, oh, it didn't work, well, the more things you cut off on the bottom, the better you will. And don't worry, it has a nice butthole. I am taking it. Don't get scared, everybody. If you're just watching, I'll show you what I'm talking about, what I make with the butthole. So there'll be no more cussing or any of that on my lives at 5:30 to 6:30. I do this show every day. Please follow if you want. If you would like to see what's happening after lobster season, I turn it over to halibut season. But this is what I am going to do with the buttholes. These are one of one, Air Force One, Nike. And there's a 15-pound lobster butthole on the back. Beautiful, one of ones. All right. Now we're just going to remove the legs real quick. We're going to move them all the way up here. So I'm just going to cut them on this side, and then I'll flip them over and do the other side. And then after we remove all the meat out of this, and after it's the flesh-eating beetles, I'm not going to do the flesh-eating beetles on this one. I'm going to do the bath of 91% alcohol, 91% rubbing alcohol, 50-50 with water. So, what am I doing? I need to be recording this. This is history. Documentary going on. Video, boom, and video. Okay. We missed all that, but we'll go back to that. Let's get all these beautiful fins. Okay, let's see here. I hope you all are having a good day. It's Taco Tuesday. Fish Taco Tuesday. I could have done Lobster Taco Tuesday, but well, while we're here, let's just remove the butthole. There we go. Now, that's all meat. That's edible meat. That's ass meat, I guess you would call it. And we're not allowed to cuss. That's right. Oh my God. How you guys all doing? Sorry, I cannot see comments right now, but I'm trying to get the meat out of this part. But there it is right there. Look at. There we go. Boom. All right, throw that in there. Parts for days, boys and girls, parts for days. Let's flip it back over, and we're gonna get all these legs on. So we cut the bottom side, now we're just gonna cut the top side. Same thing. And I'll show you how to get the meat out of these legs. There's more meat in the head. When people throw the bodies away, there's more meat. Everybody just takes this beautiful tail, which is probably gonna be about a half a pound of meat. We'll weigh every part, but you'll get more meat from the head and the legs. Okay, let's start cracking these things. Here's that one. For some reason this one doesn't want to come off. Let's see. We're just going to make it. There we go. This thing you do have to freeze these. This was frozen. Otherwise this processing won't work. The skin will stick to the meat. So, to this side. All right, that one doesn't want to remove. Let's cut a little bit more. Doesn't want to play, we'll make it play. There we go. These, let's remove them. Normally I leave those on and just air blast them, but it's just faster to do it this way. It'll knock it down. If I do the flesh-eating beetles, it takes like 6 months. With this new thing that the guy that came up with it and told me about it watched my videos, and let me clean up this area real quick and then we'll keep going. Let me check for comments. There's no comments. Enjoy, my man. Okay, thank you. I think it got a little weird for some people. I get it. This is, I'm an acquired taste, shall we say. All right. So I guess we could start with the legs, since we didn't do that last time. All right, let's do that. So what I like to do is, I normally have a Home Depot bucket. I had to deal with homeless people today, and then I had to use a Home Depot bucket for it. So I'm just going to use the trash can. Put an unscented liner in it, okay? That's what you want to do. And then you're going to want, I use an air compressor. You can use, hang on, let me take off the necklace because I do not want this to get messed up. Okay, I use air compressor. You can use whatever you want. You can use a scuba tank if you're a scuba diver. That's a high pressure. Whew, it is getting warm in here. You can use a scuba tank that's high pressure and do the same thing, and you won't get the oil that they say could be in an air compressor. These came from the LA Harbor. I don't think you should really worry about the if it's contaminated. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to straighten the leg out best you can, and you want to take the needle and put it right under this part. Right where they move, they're soft. Right here, they're soft. Right here, they're soft. So you're just going to insert, this is the bigger one, but I have a basketball needle right in there like that. Okay? Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get yourself a rag. It could spray back, and you just give it a little burst of air. Here, let me oh, God. Ah, got me. Woo! That got me good. All right. There's still meat in there, so we're going to go in and extract it with the forceps. And all this meat is just going to go into the grinder down at the market. See, there's a nice piece of meat. All edible. All really good. You could actually microwave this meat for about a minute in a Ziploc bag. And my buddies do it on the dive boat all the time. it will turn this really red though, so that's why I don't do that practice with mine. But people do, and you put it in the microwave. All you have to do is YouTube lobster legs in a microwave, and you'll see. I think it's Dave's Hanson's Your Saltwater Guides video, or I've made a video, but it didn't go viral. I think his went viral. Oh! Oh God! It hit the ceiling. I gotta really cut. Man, gosh darn it! Okay, you heard that final. This is what you're gonna see when it comes out. Boom, nice. Oh man, that caught me good. Oh, that caught me good. What's going on, JC? Cheers, brother. Just doing a real quick King of the Harbor. This was his biggest one. He is missing legs, but I have them. So don't worry. I can put them all back together with the original pieces. I cannot. Here's what I can't do. I cannot guarantee that these won't crack. I'm not a taxidermist. I just play one on YouTube. So that being said, I hope you guys all had a great day, man. It's a nice Tuesday. My wife's spending the night at her brother's. Just getting away. I hear Trump's going to give a speech in a minute. She's going to text me when that's happening, because I think it starts at 6. I'm not doing politics with anybody. I don't care your politics. You don't need to care about mine. If you need to know, I'm for what's happening in the world right now. I wasn't a couple months ago. And but the good news is, my mom, she's got your back if you're into that kind of stuff. And we don't talk politics anymore. So, these are still ready to go. Let's bang these out real quick, one by one. I could probably, let me just stop filming here for a second. Save some editing time. You've seen one leg, you've seen them all. Alright, this time I need to get serious about, a rag. I don't want to get sprayed all night long. That was gross. And then my puppies will, my dogs will start licking me because I just have. See, this one's too long. I'm gonna. There we go. You heard the difference? And there it is, folded up. Nice, huh? Okay. We are moving. We're smoking right along here. This is a front claw filler, not claw. They don't have claws. Filler that has the most meat in it. Oh! Wow! Is my air compressor not on? Hang on, it's going to be noisy for a minute. I don't think my air compressor's on. Give me 1 minute, it's going to make some noise. Make some noise! Wait till that stops. Got a question thrown up. I can see questions for just a minute. This is what's happening so far in there. I don't think you guys can see it. Alright? Long medium there. That is, throw that into the grinder when you're doing lobster sausages. It all just adds up. I'm going to do this round of lobster sausages with panko. You have a different idea. We're not going to put any salt in it. Salty for the winter last time. So I'm going to do it with panko. Alright. what it'll sound like if you do it right. If you don't, it won't sound like that. That's what the kids call facts. More legs. There, wide shoulder. Oh! Oh! 5-second rule. 5-second rule. Ah. All right, last leg, last leg. There we go. God damn it. Hear the difference? God, that's a lot of meat in there now. Make sure, yeah. You can feel them too. You'll feel if there's weight in them. Just checking real quick. This one has weight in it. We're going to redo this one real quick. There, you heard that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right. Now for these little feelers up front. These are the little feelers up front. We're going to switch over to the basketball needle. Take that off. Oh my God, look at my computer screen. And that's going to be looking clean. All right, here we go. Throwing on the basketball needle. Let me turn on the camera for this. It's a little bit different. Okay, what you want to do, same thing as on the legs. You're going to go with the right on the first one right there. Just put it in, kind of like a needle. You do the same thing. You do not bend it. If you bend it, it'll kick back. Settle down, let me clean up, and then we'll get into the top side of it. Not bad, that's all in 40 minutes so far. How big was the lobster? It was 9.1, I believe, Rick. 9.1. So what I like to do now is I just take this bag out, get it all to one side. Let me move this over so you can see this process. This is how I do it. I mean, my God, if you guys do it differently, then cool for you. Share it with me if it's better. That's for damn sure. Where is it? Oh, there it comes. 100% sustainability, of course. Just trying to get that stuff that was up there down. There we go. Okay, there's more in there. I will get it out, but that's what we're looking at so far. Just a nice little glum of legs. All right, let's make sure we get it all out. So what we're gonna do, where's my scissors? There they are. Nothing in there. Nothing to see here. Okay. Then we'll just do the same thing here. We'll just get it all out that we can. I mean, this is a kill, so you want to get at least recognize the kill and get the most out of it that you can. So, we're also going to add that into the total weight of this, and this one, after it was out of the water, it have a picture of it. I think it was 8.9. I think it was 9.1 the night of, but I was also missing 2 legs, so that is factored in. There's a lot of meat and a lot of weight in the legs. If you're ever in a competition, what you need to do is, if you can and you're diving, grab the legs if you break it off, or have your buddy grab the legs. Most people will just bring it up and then give me a call and say, hey, do you have the legs? I say, I sure do. I have a parts department over there. If you know who I am, you know what my parts department looks like. I will show that on a different show. Right now, I'm just removing some of the meat that was in the legs and putting it in here. So it just makes it easier when I'm pulling this out whole, because I have to keep this whole to keep it in guidelines with the California Fish and Game regulations. You can have them whole in your freezer, but I don't know if you can have them whole in your freezer. They need to be able to measure when they come to your house. Now, the average person, they won't come to their house. Just don't run your mouth. Do not go to the board of the commissioners, the commission of the Fish and Game, and yell at them and call them idiots, and then make videos about our hypocrisy here in California. I don't care what side you stand for. It's a gong show out here. All right. Let's get going on this. All right, we got the butthole out. We got the fins off. We got the legs off. Let's clean that up. That's just water, and it's whatever they bleed out. And that stuff you want to keep clean, because it's just nasty. Let me just say that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so he has a hinge here and a hinge over here. You could take a knife like I did last night and pop it and break it. This one I am not going to risk, because this is actually, I told him I was going to taxidermy it. I don't want any broken parts. So, here we go. Find it right there. And you just push down and pull out. It should, right like that. You heard it. That's the hinge right there. Right there is a hinge. And when you do the other side, sometimes you push it back on. What I will do is I'll do the cut. I just do one cut here, just to break the skin that's connected, so it doesn't pop back on. And then we'll just do this side too. Sometimes you have to go back and do this side over again. Push down and out. This one down and out. There we go. Okay, now we have that. Let's take your finger, just run it up over the top. And all the way down. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, now we're just running our finger all the way up. We're removing the skin from the top of the shell. And you just bring it straight down like that. Same thing on the other side. If the shell is just molted, this can cut it and break. So be very careful here in this process if you know what you're dealing with. Okay, got all the way up there. Let's do this side, all the way up. Nice fold. Okay, I don't want to break anything. There we go. All right. Now we're going to lift this up just a little bit. It got hinged again, so don't pull. There we go. And that's what you want to look at right there, guys. That is a perfect... You see the shell right there and the skin right here. This is what the wardens are going to have to measure. So don't do this with clickers. I'm telling you right now. And if you're going to do what I'm doing, just take it straight to the market. If you have your own grinder, take it to your grinder right away. As soon as it is ground up and put into a sausage form, it is a byproduct. A byproduct means you can, I believe, unless they're going to come tell me no, and if they do that, I will let you guys know. This is all uncharted territory. There's this guy Max on Instagram that did it, but he bought his for $12.99 at the store and did it. Max, you want better ratings? Okay, here's the eyeballs. I got to show you. When you take the eyeball meat out, the eyeballs will move. See how they're moving? He's talking to me. Talking to me from the deathbed. Okay, so the eyeballs are out. Now what I want to do is you want to shove all these towels in here because you don't want the back spray. We're about to put the compressor on the feelers right here. That all is muscle. And get the meat out of the horns. And then this will just pop right off in theory. Sometimes it's... Okay, so that's where we're at right there. Let's flip it around. Let's clean it up. How big was the lobster? Okay, that... thank you, Lisa. Thank you. The lobster was 9.1 pounds, I believe, at the weigh-in. I put it on the scale. It was 8.9, but it was missing 2 legs. I have both legs over there. This was won by Jesse and Roger. I know they have a charter business. So if you want to go with the best, go with the best. There's other people too. I'm just saying. Listen. I have my bros. They are my bros. They let me. Here's what Jesse let me do. He let me post halibut killings during the summer months. Nothing goes on at lobster season, not too much. Sometimes new products come out, blah, blah, blah. So Florida has a mini season and then they have a different season. I could just crank out videos. I've done this for 10 years, 25 years. 10 years I've been at the top of my game. These I've seen, sometimes I've left 9-pounders because I'm in a competition. I already had my 6 for the day. I see a 9-pounder. I know what a 9-pounder looks like. It's not a winner. The winner on the boat's a 12-pounder. I don't know anything. When I look at them, I put my hand on them like this. If your hand cannot go across the back of this, right? And do not try to grab them like this. You will lose them. Always. If you're underwater, I don't know about hoop netters. Always have your hands on its horns all the way down. Antennas will break. My nose is running. All right. Always keep your hands on the horns. You're going to hear this sound. This is the sound of success. Hang on. Come on. Talk to me. I know you're dead. Come on. You're not going to do it? Okay, well. This one doesn't want to play. This is live TV. I guess that just, who cares? Here we go. Since we have the basketball needle on, we'll do that one first. Basketball needle will go inserted the same thing. The first kink in the chain right there. And you just put it straight in. Keep it straight. Get yourself a cloth in case it comes back out like previous. Wrap her up. And uno, dos, tres. Taco Tuesday. I call it Taco Fish Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Look at the air come out of there. Hello, Lisa. Here, I'll say hi to Rick. Hang on, Rick. Hey, Rick, is your boy watching? Rick has a nice young man. I think he's like almost 4 now. Is your boy watching, Rick? Nah, show must go on. Hello, Rick. Oh, you're not even going to see it. Let me turn it around for you so you will see it. Always a showman. Always a showman. Yeah, okay. Tell your boy to watch right here. He's gonna say Rick. Hope this works. If it doesn't, man, I'm terrible.
Hi, Rick. How are you? What's your boy doing tonight?
Family oriented, huh? Okay. So now we're gonna go from here. We're gonna go to the antlers, not the antlers. Gee, man, the horns, the antennas, but not the antennas. I cut them off. So, wow, that was terrible. And I didn't even take an edible. It's kid friendly. We're not doing edibles anymore. I will have one beer on my show, and there'll be no cussing. So Rick's son can watch. I think he's been around me where I've cussed, and his son looks at him like, Dad, it's a bad word, and he just tells his son, I know, that's Brent. So, Rick is somebody that I met in the parking lot that watched my videos, if you don't mind me saying, Rick. And I've never been out with Rick because I'm always just, well, he had a kid. When you have a kid, life changes. Rick is now getting back into, he has his own boat. He did an upgrade on his engines. You got twin engines, right? What did you do to your boat? We cuss all the time. What engines did you get on your boat? I watched the whole process on Facebook. He would text me. He lives in my area. Not in my area, but he lives here. So when he comes here, I can tell him if it's going to be a good visibility day in the water for him, so he doesn't have to waste his time. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, 3 hour drive for him. Me, it's 15 minutes. So, Rick, by the way, next year me and you are going to go down there. Rick, hang on. Everybody, I want you to know. And Rick, if I'm saying this wrong, let me know. I believe last year you used Pablo from your saltwater guide, correct? You went down there with your bro or your brother-in-law or somebody and used Pablo from your saltwater guide to HoopNet. Is that true, Rick? And if you don't want to be a part of this conversation, I get it. He said I met Pablo. I'm like, who's Pablo? I knew who Pablo was, but I didn't know he knew who Pablo was. Yes, he did it. Was it fun? Was it worth it? Let me ask you that. And you don't have to lie. I mean, I'm going to go on Pablo's boat next season. I'm going to meet Pablo at the PCS show. Me and my wife are going to go down there and see our new puppy. Justin cannot bring our new puppy to us. Justin worries about what's out there, parvo. Listen, 8 weeks is 8 weeks. Just because I want it now, my two bulldogs know something's happening. They are depressed because Ollie knows. I told him, go sit on your mom's lap, otherwise we're going to have to get you a sister. She was looking at Facebook and she goes, oh my God, the mom had another batch. This was a year later. Me and Ollie were having the time of our lives. He was dancing on the front of my boat when I was going out Dungeness crab. I pulled my crab pots. He would just be up there. A whale would come up. He'd start barking. I'd go diving. Compliments the brewing. I'd go diving, and Ollie would just be like a nutcase until I came up, and then I'd bring a halibut and throw it on, and he loves licking the slime. It's gross. Listen, they sniff each other's butts, so, I mean, what? My wife said no more, because you get the slime on his fur. I give him baths, though. I just open the shower, and he walks in. Now, Penelope does not like showers. That's my daughter. You have to kind of grab her and carry her upstairs. Luckily, she's lighter than him. And then she's angry until she has the shower, and then she's good with the shower. Oliver, you just open the door, and he walks in. Sometimes he tries to headbutt his way in while I'm just in there taking a shower. And I'm like, it's not shower day, homie. Anyway, looking forward to my new daughter. So what you want to do here is you want to push as much of the meat in as you can. Now we're going to take the bigger part. You do need, this part you do need. You will have back spray on this one. You put it right in there. You make a nice seal. And here you go. You'll hear it. I didn't. This is gross. Ah.
Hi, Rick.
Okay, you hear the difference? This is the difference. Hear how the air is just flowing? That means it's through. Listen to this. This is the other side. I'm going to slow motion that snot rocket that came out. So do the same thing. Kick the meat off the end. I like pulling it out, just mushing it up. It doesn't matter. It's all going to the same place anyway. Hey Rick, what is your son's favorite show? Like what does he watch? What name? When I say a name, when I hit this, would he want to hear? My son had Blues Clues Steve. I don't know what happened to Steve. We know what happened to who was that? Who's the guy? Paul. Who in our day? Is Saturday mornings. The guy that got caught in a gay club or gay theater. Not Blues Clues. I think Blues Clues got caught doing some weird things too. That was Steve, and then you had Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman. Your son won't know Pee Wee Herman, and please don't let him. Nah, I mean they had a good kids show. I don't know. He got caught on his time off. I mean, he should be able to do whatever he wants. So. Pee Wee. Oh, Pee Wee. Wait, no, that's Bluey. Oh, I was up there at my niece's house, and she's got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 2-year-old has a mullet. Way cool. Anyway, Bluey. Here we go. Bluey. Bluey. Uh-oh. Blue. Bluey. Stay on it, Bluey. My boy, Bluey. All right. Oh. That came out everywhere. Okay. Wow. Alright. So I'll wait till that ends since that was here. And at this point we should be able to just take this off. In theory. Come on. Don't rip. Don't. Oh, look at that. This one's all the way out. You can see it. I wish I could show you. Oh, I got the feelers and everything. God, this is going great. Okay, I don't want to rip anything because, man, this is going really good. There we go. The whole head came out. Let me show you. Oh, my God, the jaw meat. Let me get the jaw meat out. This one worked, guys. This is... Oh. Let me turn it around so you can see. There we go. Everything's out. It's hanging on by... You know what's hanging on? The jaw meat. The jaw that has these ear... Lisa, this is going to be some great earrings too. Look at that. Those make great earrings. The other one's in there somewhere. But look at this. There you go. Boom, boom. If you do it right, that's what it looks like. Oh, thank you. God, there's not even one speck of meat in there. Eyeballs are intact. Hang on, let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me clean it up for a second. Cleanliness is godliness. Godliness is cleanliness. What a great show tonight, guys. Showstopper. I had to go to Home Depot and get some more of these. So, when the game warden's measuring, they have to, here's the back right here. I'll match it up with the tail after we get the shell off the tail. And then up here, let me just show you what we're looking at here. You got the horn meat right there, right? Now you have the feeler meat right here. Come here, right there. Look at that. That's the feeler meat that comes out if you do it right. The other one should be on the other side right there. That is what you want. These are the horns up top where you'd put your gauge, and those are the eyeballs underneath it. Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm glad I decided to taxidermy this. So now what I'm gonna do is hang on, let me get the meat off. I want all the meat to go inside. Okay, that's what you want here. You don't want it to get mixed up with anything else. You can put it all back together. Oh, this is fantastic, guys. What a good night. Taco Tuesday. Now, do I keep this because I can turn that into earrings? Lisa, do you want me to keep that? It's up to you. Otherwise, it goes to the chicken. 100% sustainability. I'll wait if Lisa's still here. Jesse, hi, thanks again. Hey, hey, Jesse, is this you? Is this the Jesse that won? Hang on. Running. Okay, she ran to High Point. Jesse, is this you? Because this one is going better than I've ever. Yes, sir. Okay, everybody, Jesse, go ahead and put up your A, your group, and B, your buddy's charter service, if you could. This one, listen, he's not in competition with my buddy Justin, or he is. I don't care. I know I'm friends with both of them. There's no weirdness. I'm upfront with everything. So, he was in the King of the Harbor. There were people there, and he showed him him and Roger just dominated. When I say you guys dominated. I'm wearing the shirt. There it is right there. I had the hoodie on before, or the beanie on before. So, I will say this, and I want everybody to hear this. To learn to be the best, you have to deal with the best. They were out there doing the same thing. They have experience. I will give them that. I have experience. I would never, and I will bring anybody on my show to tell you, 10 years of me being at the top. If I'm on a 4-day trip, I already have my 21 lobsters. The 4th day, I'm just sitting there celebrating, talking to the younger people, telling them, or the unexperienced, and telling them how they can improve. If I'm not number one on the boat for the biggest lobster, I'm suiting up early as you can to go diving your 3 dives on the last day, 3 to 4 dives. If I have the winner, and then somebody comes back with the first dive, and I've already started just my processing of cleaning up and breaking down all my gear, I put it all back together. I am a guy that wants to be number one in life. Now, some people call that narcissism. Some people call that a lot of things. Hang on, let me turn off the camera for a minute. This one's going way better than I thought, though, Jesse. So, long as the shell doesn't crack, your wife, girlfriend, I'm sorry, I don't know your story. I know you have kids, but beautiful earrings. If you guys wear necklaces, we can I'll put a couple here for you. The butthole, I told you I'm keeping. Sorry, it's mine. It's mine. But the legs came out nice. There was missing a couple legs, but I have them. They fell off because of me, not because. That's the cool thing about hoop netting, is you get the whole lobster. The lobster doesn't get ripped out of a cave. By me, you get ripped out of a cave. If you try locking down and you're big enough, I just take my other hand, hold on, and then break their legs. Then they got nothing to hold on to. Is that brutal? Sure, leave me alone. I'm brutal. Oh, I do like. Looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah, and what's Roger's, or what boat do you guys use? You could go ahead and do this with anybody. Like I said, I'm not tied into anybody. I'm friends with everybody. If anybody would ask me not to be friends with somebody, then I'm not that guy. this is just a great thing. I love seeing competitions. I love seeing the best. I love when I'm in a competition, I'm competing with the best. I did it for 15 years, and those guys showed me how to be the best. If they weren't there, I wouldn't have had this attitude. For some reason, I want to be the best at anything I do. The best dad, the best husband. Sure, I've made mistakes in the husband's area, but I'm a man. We all make mistakes. Should mistakes mean you don't get to see your kids ever again? I don't think so. I'm not going down that route tonight. I'm having a very good night. Oh, this is so great. All right. So the guts are still in here. The sexual organs are still in here. We're gonna have some white sperm tubes. I just took the butthole off, but the poop chute is still in here. It's connected to the jaws. It's connected to those little white things that I was showing Lisa, but she went down to the brewery. When she gets to her brewery, she'll turn it back on and we'll be able to discuss things. So from here, we could keep working on the front, but I'm not going to. We want to get all the gills off. So I just kind of push down the gills like this. So I know what I'm doing. And then we'll get back to that. Now we're just going to work on the tail because what time is it? I got 11 minutes. Okay, let's I'm going to keep going on this. I don't care. I know there's a presidential thing going on. But this is just going so great. So let me clean up because I'm going to turn my camera back on. And for some reason, YouTube does not like to show this part of if there's any blood or it's not even blood. I don't even know what this is. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to run your finger on the back, break that membrane out, just like we did up front, right? And you're bringing your finger all the way down. Now, it will catch on every nook and cranny. These things all have muscles in them. These are their daggers when they fold their tail. Now, we did remove, so you bring your finger as far as you can down on this, all the way around. As you can see, it's going all the way around. We're going to cut the membrane here, not the meat, just the membrane. See where my thumb is? That's the membrane we're going to cut. Just like that. And we're just going to keep doing that. You can use a razor blade if you want. And then we're going to flip it over and do the other side. I definitely need now. Right now, I do need. Let me think about this. Yeah, I do need to be recording this. Let's take a little break and let me grab another beer. And then let's keep rolling. This show will probably go to 7 o'clock. If you want to watch the presidential thing, just come back and watch later. All right. What do we got? We will go to Happy Hops. Happy Hops. Same brewing company. It's just a little bit hoppier, less percentage of beer. Yes, I should be drinking my vodka and other drink, but my wife's gone, and I bought pork chops, and I'm going to put mint jelly on them for me and the kids. No mint jelly for them, but pork chops, yes. Cheers, everybody. All right, I don't know what that means, and I don't even know how to say your name. I am a slow person, though, so cheers to you. I hope you're enjoying this. And I'm sorry, I'm uneducated. I can't even read English, and you're gonna go with a different language. I'm cool with that, but I can't even read and write my own language. So let's get some new gloves on here. All right. Now what we're gonna want to do here. Oh, I'm not even recording. That's what I got up to do. God, things are. I'm excited. I'm excited that the head piece came out so nice. I see the eyeballs. I see the horns. And action. Here we go. Second part. So now I gotta pretend like I'm doing this thing. You just put your finger in here, go around, turn to this side. Now we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut this. You do not want to cut the meat. If you're going to keep this whole in your freezer, this is not the place where you cut your meat because the game wardens need to be able to. And I don't even know if this is true. Nobody's getting back to me. It's gone quiet. So it's probably because of the videos I've been making about the commissioners in my brain only. Okay, so now you want that, and you want to do the same thing on the underneath side. Is you just want to run your finger down as much as you can down there, breaking out the meat. So when you do pull it, it doesn't get snagged on anything. Okay, we've gone far as we can here on this side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the back side here. Now, these tails all have muscle in them to move them. That's how they maneuver. They flap with them, right? So if they're going to be flapping with them, they need to be able to have muscle in them. So we're just going to pull the muscle out. You just want to get every piece of meat out. It's a nice piece of meat. Throw it in the pile. We're just getting in there and getting it all.
Getting in there, get it all. Get it all.
All right. Now we're going to do the other side. Come on. There it comes. There it comes. You can feel it coming. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Okay. That is the tail meat right there. That's the wing. Now what you want to do is the same thing you did up top with the bottom. Is just run your finger all the way up, both sides. And you'll feel the meat squishing. Now, this is ready in a second. Hang on. Get your finger up far as you can go. If it does not pull off, do not rip it, is all I can tell you from experience. So we're going to flip it over like this. This is the video right here that I got 750,000 views on Instagram right now.
Remove the tail meat.
Here we go. Hold the tail meat. You should be able to just pull. Come on. All right. Still connected. There we go. Okay. I can fix that. That wasn't good. It's not ready to come yet, so don't force anything ever. Just trying to figure out why it's not. Move it. It should just pull. All right, it's not ready.
It's not ready. It's not ready.
Here we go. Let's just keep going up. It's getting snagged on something. There's something stopping this whole process, and it's in the middle of the shell right here. This one's so big that I can't get my finger all the way up to it. Since I broke it here, you can cut this and keep going with your finger. I think I should be able to do it now. Let me see. Come on, come on, come on. It was going so well. Where are we connected at? Let's see. We're not connected there, we're not connected there. We're all the way out here. It's gotta be in these ones right here. I mean, I could see him right there. There we go. This one. That was holding it in right there. Gotcha. I felt that one break out. And I felt that one break out. Okay. Let's try to get your finger up there. Let's try again. Nope, there it is. Look at that. That's how it should go, guys. See all these things right here are these things right here. So do not force it. Never force it. And that right there is a beautiful tail. Oh, the tail. This broke Don't worry, I know how to fix that. I'm a professional. So, this is done. Let me cut off the skin. This will go to the chickens, 100% sustainability. It's just a membrane. Wow. So you don't want to force it. If it's not coming, you just go back, recircle, and figure it out from there. What a magnificent animal. Just beautiful. All right. There's no meat in the tail down here. Let me check. Sometimes it gets hung up down here. There's none in there. So, let's put that apart. Everyone has its own bin. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean up. That's what we're going to do right now. Let me clean up here. Wow, just a thing of beauty. Let me get another thing of paper towels. I like to keep a clean surface. All right, this is wonderful. Look at the beauty. Now, this is the tail meat that I was talking about that goes into the fin right there. That's the fin meat. So, what you want to do is do the same thing with your finger. Just run it. We're on the bottom side now, right? Now, from here, what I would like to do is, if you just pulled this out and kept the top and the bottom meat, it would be completely legal. In my brain only. I do not know if that's true. Oh, there's the sexual organ. That's what we're dealing with here. There's the sexual organ. Do the other side. Pull it out. Still frozen. That one was still frozen. I don't know if that's a delicacy for some cultures, but not me. I'm gonna dig in the meat and get all the guts out right now. Here is the poop chute that I told you was connected to his throat. And we should just look at his butthole as you're pulling it, right? It just gave it up, and there it is. Now, a lot of people use the antenna to get that out. Not me. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to show you, and I do not know if this is legal. I'm going to keep reiterating that. There's a lot of meat in the leg meat, but I want to keep the top part whole for this reason. If I ever do find out, that's what we're looking at. That's a beautiful. Now, if you're going to make lobster bisque, you're going to make lobster stock, whatever you want to cook with it. This is the piece you want right here. This I will show you how to get all the meat out tonight because we're just going down. We got to keep it whole though. The more that it's whole, the better it is for future projects in my brain. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. And if you are watching, Wardens, I would love an answer. I've asked my people, and they've stopped talking to me since I yelled at their boss as the commissioner. So, whatever you want to take with that, take with it. All right. So, we are still intact. We're still whole. And we're going all the way up. And this is where we're going to disconnect it. Right here. Now, there's a lot of guts still in here. And I am just going to, as long as I have the top part. I'm just going to cut it. It's still frozen. This one's going straight to the processor. So, let me get the guts out right now. You do not want to rip anything out. There's its mouth right there. I feel its mouth. And we should have that other white earring. There's its mouth right there. Chickens will eat that, 100% sustainability. Here's the other jaw thing. Beautiful. We can use that as a paintbrush if you wanted to. That is a big chunk of meat. That's down the middle. Okay. Keep it connected. There's the top part. It's still connected, as you can see. This is all going to the grinder, but look at that, guys. Whoa, it's slipping. Slip, sliding away, connected. Woo. All right, let's clean this up. And let's work on that bottom piece. And then we will be complete for a show tonight. Man, how fun was this? I am so glad everything went perfectly. So far, Jesse, if you're watching, this is going exactly to plan. Even though it doesn't look like it at some points. All right. You can, if you're watching this. Jesse's watching, good. We were going to grind all these up. I'm bringing all the sausages down. I'm going to make them smaller than the ones I have there. They're not going to be no salt in them. We're going to put panko into the mix so it absorbs, makes it more like a sausage meat instead of soft. And if you know Jesse and you know Roger, ask them for a sausage or don't. I don't know. It's not my meat. Here we go. The weight on this one was... Jesse, you were there. I haven't looked at the video yet. I apologize. What, was it 9-1? I know his biggest one, their biggest one was over 9. And then they had 2 8-pounders that were almost 9. So they did 3 to weigh in for the team. And just solid, Martin. Just solid competition. This part you do not need in the taxidermy. I'm just letting you know. I cut it all off. I used to put it in. It just gets in the way. The meat that I'm going to pull out of here, I think it's still frozen though, is a problem. So we're just going to work on the gills right now. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you get the gills cut all the way down, kind of like their bottom fins, all the way down to the pieces that are connected to the legs, because that's what the meat is connected to down here, okay? So I work on the bottom ones first, and then I'll work my way up. And it just makes it easier. You can pull them out and then cut on each leg. Each leg has a gill plate. 3. They weigh 25.3 pounds. He's absolutely right. I was there. There's no smoke and mirrors on that one. That was, I think the average person had about an 8 to 10 pound bag of their 3. 10 pound being really good. And they came in. They showed them. Now, the kids that were there, listen, I know you were shocked. Do not give up. Jesse's and Roger have been doing this. They perfected their craft. You want to be like them? Be like them. I'm one of them. I'm just in the scuba world. Now this, I don't really care about. It's not part of the taxidermy process, so I just rip the gills and the front plates off like this. It's just my strategy. Listen, I know I'm going for 100% sustainability, but what are you going to do? Because when you're looking at it up on a wall, you're not looking at, oh, it's missing that. I used to do it because I was a mental case, and then somebody said you don't need to do that, and then I looked at him and said, okay, you're right. So, we are now done with this side. We'll flip over to this side and do the same thing on the opposite side. Let me turn off my camera. There's no reason to show this part. This is going to be a great video. And I'm going to bring this, it's going to take 3 weeks for me to get the whole competition done. Because you're going to see them coming back, weighing in around 11 o'clock, I think it was. I think by the time it ended, it was like 1. And then I went and had a couple beers with my buddy at the bar until 2. So I think it was around 12:30 to 1. And I went to bed. I got up. I had like 3 hours of sleep. I slept through the day because when you're sitting there in the parking lot, the guy running it, my buddy Ryan, has to be there and his family. Beautiful family event. Beautiful family. Kids didn't cry. Kids didn't whine. They sat there all day. They went out and grabbed some mussels off the pylons of the boat launch. I was amazed. I love seeing a young family just thriving. And then they all came back in. They had to be weighed in by 11, or back at 11, otherwise they started losing points. And man, I got to meet a lot of great people. I got to meet Jesse. All I've known from Jesse is just from he let me post in his groups. For anybody that lets me post in their groups, all the groups say no self-promotion. That's all I do. But I'm not promoting anything. I'm promoting me. I'm promoting fun. And so when you're promoting yourself and fun, it's not like there's anything out of it, right? Now, did I do a video of the dive boat today? Sure. That's my buddy. The dive boats are suffering. Nobody wants to go diving anymore. I don't get it. The government has told everybody to stay out of the water. It's COVID, stay inside, da-da-da. It's the same thing with hoop netting, but I saw the younger youth. There was 5 teams of younger guys there. This is what I love. And they came up and some of them were a little embarrassed to show. And I went up to each and every one of them. What I liked is the names. The team of 2 all had names. And the younger guys had these cool names. And they were bringing their lobster up. And they were looking at the competition. And the competition didn't give it to them. There's no reason for a competition to back down just so a kid can feel special. You don't get a trophy participation sport trophy in this event. And thank you for not. Because that's where America went wrong in my brain, is there's the best and there's everybody else. I'm the best in the water with tanks. I did do the night before and I pulled my first one up without help from a guided service. 2 weeks before, I pulled my first 2 ever up successfully with a guided service. It was a saltwater guide, Captain Justin. It was fun, but now I want to branch out and I want to be in the competition, but I want to win. But I'm 54. I know I can go down, put on tanks, and go get it. And I wouldn't want Jesse, since we're friends, to go and say, oh, he's out here. Oh, let him win. No. He's not that kind of guy. Shouldn't be that kind of guy. Make me be the best that I should be. And I will be the best at this hoop netting thing. Next year, I'm going to do a 3-day trip. I have to get I got to get the specifics on it. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Doesn't matter. And what I mean by that is I want to get my 7 in one night, and I'll stay out there till I get them. Pulling my traps up on themselves. I got professionals that will help me. I got buddies that will tell me where to put my nets, but nevertheless, I want 7. I won't come in until I get 7. Then the next day, I'll go scuba diving in the daytime, and I'll get 7. And then I don't self-fend all the minors. You got to be kidding me. You, my friend, are crazy as F. This is all natural. This is ADHD. I'm 54. I've already outlived you, so stop it. Am I the best? Absolutely. Look around. You make a comment like that, I'll stop my show and I'll talk to you. Why would you make a comment like that? Are you not entertained? Do you not want $100 worth of lobster in 1 pound? And I can't even pick this up, so I'll weigh this out after I'm done. So you come into my group, you run your mouth like that. Let's talk. You seem like a cool person. Why would you think that I would sell anything to minors? Let me get some lobster UNC. I'm not young, so I don't know what UNC means. Can you spell out your words or no? I can't spell them out, so I get it. Let me get some lobster uncle. All right, now we're talking. Here's my uncle. Since we're talking. If you watch my videos, I blow them up everywhere I go. I put them in fireworks and blow them up when I do something great. I left a little bit of his ashes down there in Long Beach. But you can go back and watch my videos. I dive in Alaska for huge halibut. I think you'll enjoy my stuff. I think you're a fun person. No fentanyl for me. I grew up when there was cocaine and we put laxatives in there instead of fentanyl. Now when you get your cocaine, if you get it from the groups that get it from, I'm just saying the biker groups, they're the ones that control it. They get it from and then they mix it. Pure cocaine to 7-1 to fentanyl. Then it goes to the high up dealers and they think they're getting it, but they have to cut it again. By the time most people try fentanyl or coke, they're doing straight fentanyl because it's so cheap. And that's because we let China in our lives. And they were making all of us drug addicts. Now, I wouldn't touch it. Why would I touch it? I'm having too much fun in life. You're not going to come in here and shock me with your uncle. I match you. You say uncle? I got my uncle right here. Those are his bones in there in ashes. I had to go back up to get some more from where his house is. That's an uncle to me. That uncle taught me how to be a man. I watched my uncle die of cancer. Take his last breath, that death rattle. That's what it sounds like. Get used to it. Don't come in here and comment if you can't stand there with your uncle, your real uncle, and help him into the nether world because he asked you to. Be a man. Do not be a woman. Because there's women out there that will do the same thing. I'm not sexist. Well, you want to go with the racist thing next because my head's bald? Go ahead. I got you. The fact teller. Let's go. Call me a racist and I'll tell you about my family. Come on. Don't get shy now. Don't be an internet. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, they hate me. Here's why they hate me. Because I hung in there as a dad for them. And I proved it in my video today. My daughter said she never heard I love you. She never said I even took care of her. She came and lived with me. She's a liar like her mother. I'm not bashing my kids. I love my kids. They just drank the Kool-Aid of their mother that hates me because I left her. I didn't want to be with her 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So, next question. Are we going racist? We're going to go that I was a bad dad? Keep going. I'm ready for this. I like this. This is fun. Hey, and if I've entertained you, or you respect me for sticking up for who I am and not backing down to a keyboard warrior, here's what I'd like you to do. Share me out. Follow me. It's going to happen 7 days a week for 25 more years. You can call me uncle. You can call me grandpa. You cannot call me a fentanyl pusher. Sorry. Now, if I took different paths in life, I could have been. I'll tell you what. Coke dealers, no matter what you look like in high school in my day, if you were a coke dealer, you got a blowjob 10 times a night just because you showed up. Doesn't matter what you look like. The chicks were 10s that would blow you. I went with them because I was their security. All right. Ah. See, is that all you got? Are you a one record type of person? Come on. Let's get over the fentanyl thing. We've already discussed that. Let's get over me being a shitty father thing. We've already discussed that. Where are we going to go next? Come on, young man or young woman. You got the keyboard. You got my attention. Nobody else is paying attention to you. Your parents are letting you play PlayStation with the minors and adults, and they don't care. What's your story? How old of a person are you? Food. Okay, yes, lobster. More lobster than you can handle. If you ate this, you would have a heart attack and gout. I don't play PlayStation. Okay. Have you ever met me in life in person? Let me ask you that. You're older than me, boy. You're calling me boy. Okay. How old of a man are... Hang on. New person. I'm talking to my new friend, the fact teller. How old of a man are you? This is fun. I enjoy this. Let's get to the bottom when you come into a stranger's room, but you've been watching me because you know that my kids hate me. So I must have offended you in some way? Tell me you didn't vote for Kamala. Compliments to the brewery. Or tell me you did, and let's discuss that. I don't have a problem bringing up politics. I've been taking care of your kids. All right. So you're Jason, the guy that goes in a closet and cries at a Christmas party because my ex yelled at you. You're the guy that had a kid and didn't know that it was his kid. He had to get DNA tested because your ex banged your best friend. That guy? She was really loud. All right, cool. You can bang my daughter. Yeah, you think that's going to get to me? Daughter didn't even talk to me. She did run her mouth, though. She got taught a lesson. Where are we going to go with this? Like, you're losing this so bad. And you're just going to keep running your mouth. You think you're going to get to me because you banged my daughter. You didn't bang my daughter. And if you did, congratulations. She's gorgeous. You should thank me. I gave her daddy issues. Well, I didn't. My ex-wife did. I'm curious how fun you are because you watch me. You're trying to get under my skin. You called me boy and you said you're older than me. How old of a jet are you or a female are you? And if you're Jason, Jesus, don't be a pussy boy. Next. Are you looking up things on the internet to say to try to get under my skin? You're not older than me because I'm ridiculously throwing you to the ground. Everything. I'm pinning you every fucking thing you say. Go ahead. Next. I like this. This is my kind of action. We're waiting. Tick, ding, 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 ding. I was having fun just doing this, but my God, finally I got somebody with hate that's been watching me. And you know my story. I love it. So. Well, here's the deal, Jason. If it's really you, I doubt it's you. But if it's really you, I feel bad. Because you're living with my ex-wife and you're watching a woman tell the kids that I'm the worst person out there. Meanwhile, your ex banged some other dude, had a kid, and you didn't even know if it was your kid for the first year and a half. Now, you did step up as a dad there, if this is really Jason. But then you married my ex, who's still clearly into me. Because why would you have this much hate towards me? I was a good dad. So, you do what you want to do. I'm off you. I'm over here now. You lost. You lost. You tried. And you lost. Here we go. Ah, that's good meat. Back to the person that was, I don't know what that is, Harmon is. It is reality, sure. Did it hurt to kill this thing? No, it didn't hurt me at all. I put it in a freezer and let it freeze to death because that's the California state law. I would have liked to kill it quick, but they make you keep them whole until they're consumed, or you can freeze them. So, you guys wrote their law. You wanted to make it like this, so they had to freeze to death very slowly and know they're dying. But they had to travel back with me from Southern California to Northern California, and I stopped and took pictures of them with the calves that they kill, that you eat. Or if you don't eat fish and you don't eat meat and you just eat plants, well, I grew weed for a living, and I wouldn't play reggae music. I'd play hard rock. I'd play metal music, and my plants, that my weed was good. Fuck, it was ready to rock. Alright. So, to the fact, that's the sexual organs right there from this beautiful beast. To the fact checker, you're gonna have to step up your game next time you come in my room. I want a challenge. I don't want somebody that's just a bitch that just falls down and tries to get away with something. If you're gonna say something and you wanna prove a point, you ain't Jason. Jason is not enough man to listen. He's not allowed to talk to me. Nobody's allowed to talk to me because you just saw what I did to you. I took your power away from you, and that's what a real narcissist will do. What days am I coming down to the show? Oh, this is Jesse. I thought that was Facts Checker. I'm like, oh, he's going to be at the show? This will be fun. I will be there Saturday. Me and my wife are picking up a new bulldog. We have two as currently. My son is 4. My daughter is 3. We got them from the same breeder. I had a discussion with my breeder today saying, hey, listen, my buddy just had bulldogs. He doesn't even know the pricing on bulldogs. I was amazed with the pricing. And we just had my mother-in-law pass this year in the house. So back to what we were talking about. Watching a human being that was a good human being die in front of you. I was doing this. I was doing this with halibut when the hospice people, they walked through my studio. I would give them halibut, not as a trade, not as a bargain. That's a job that I don't understand. Those people are angels. If I ever do make it in this world, that's what I'll donate to, hospice. They meet real people and they walk, that's at the end of their lives, and it's terrible. So I will be down at the show with my wife Saturday. I'm bringing my camper, and then I'm going to be at the party, in the after party, in the parking lot with your saltwater guide. But I will be coming to my buddy's booth. My buddy's booth, James, from Santa Barbara Landing, will be there. I think his booth number, I don't have it here. Or I do, hang on. I think it's 1340. I'm going to go over to where, I'm just going to walk around and meet people. I know you don't, I asked you, Jesse, if you had a booth, and you said no, so do me a favor on Messenger, give me your number so we can be friends, that we can just text. Because when you do compliments the brewery. When you do Messenger, what kind of metal do I listen to? I'm from the day of Slayer, Motley Crue. I know that's not metal. I mean, the kids think it is. Slayer, I did like Have a Beer with Fear the Vandals. That was more punk. Strangled Me a Bitch, Gonna Leave Her in a Ditch. What was that? I think that was Fear. That was Fear. Those were my bands in my generation. I had the Mohawk. I had the Doc Martens with the red laces. If you know what red laces are, that you know what I'm talking about. I lived a full life. Like I said, you called me a boy and you said you lived longer than me. I hope you know what I'm talking about then. Because back then, that was a fun time. God, that was fun. So sorry, Jesse, I'm going down weird things with you. Operation Ivy. I don't even know what that means. Oh, is that a group? I will look it up. Maybe you are older than me. Maybe you were the guy driving around beating me up with your Trans Am and your Camaros. Thank you for letting me be a man and teaching me how to fight. Because I didn't like getting beat up. I didn't really get beat up because I did get knocked out a couple times. You're never going to be the best. You can get sucker punched at any time, even if you are the best. And if you run into anybody with cauliflower ears, just know, to get cauliflower ears, you have to do this full time. Don't mess with those guys. But, or do. I mean, man, you want to be a guy on the internet just running their mouth and saying you're my ex's husband, and then now my ex's husband's mad at me because they watch. Why wouldn't you? I yelled at my daughter for 2-3 years. I haven't talked to her in 3.5 years. Now, I've come to terms with it. It's over. Me wishing I could have a relationship with my kids, I don't think I would want one after they didn't come say goodbye to their grandma when I was in Alaska. Makes you mad as a dad that you trained somebody in this world. You saw the video of me and my daughter's beautiful relationship. That was the truth on today's video, right? That's her having the best time of her life, saying it. Never done anything like that. Going in the ocean, experiencing this. To, okay, didn't want to be with her mom, and now I got to be the asshole. That doesn't make you say, wow, what's up? And if you are older than me, the fact teller, and you can honestly say you didn't screw up in life or mess around or do anything, I'm going to call you a liar. Nobody's perfect. Deep. Here we go. Now we're getting into just taking out the meat and getting rid of the bones. It's not bones, it's whatever, the shell, whatever this is that a kid with biology would know. Look at that piece of meat right there. That's a great piece of meat. I'm 19. Okay, brother. All right. Are you a dude or a chick? And don't listen. I don't care what your sexuality is because you're 19. They've trained you differently than my age. But I will tell you this. I don't care what school you went to. You don't have to be gay if you don't want to be gay. That's all I got to say on that subject. I know that brings my algorithm down. 19, you're a feisty little baby. What part of the world do you live in? Now I'm curious. I'm still doing this. What you got to do is, this is a tedious part where you just got to pick every part out. And it just adds weight. Right now I'm just adding weight for the sausages, and I love it. All this is edible meat. And it's all getting ground up with the regular meat. But if you wanted to do this and have lobster sausages for 4th of July, this is an option, I believe. Until the game wardens, which I've been under investigation before. I was under investigation, but if they investigate you, they're going to come. I learned from my buddy that they're going to come to your house right away. They don't let you get rid of evidence. So I'm kind of in a weird area that they don't know what to do with me. They know I have video after video of me yelling at the board meeting. And they're legally not putting it out. So I filmed the whole thing. And if you go back the other day, you had the main doctor, guy that went to college for 20 years probably. And what that guy was doing is saying I just looked it up and nothing's wrong here. And then 2 hours later, after they broke for lunch, I went down to Moss Landing. And guess what? I was right. There's dead animals everywhere. But doesn't matter. It's California. And nobody wants to get rid of the liberals. So, long as you support the liberal, my mom does, then we won't be successful here in California. We'll have fire hydrants with no waters in them because we're saving water and we're saving some fish called the smelt. You can disagree with me. I deal with facts. So, 19 years old. God, what was I doing at 1989. I moved, that was when the earthquake happened. Up here. 1989 is when the earthquake happened during the World Series. And the Bay Bridge collapsed on top of each other. People were trying to drive off the bridge because it was swaying. And they didn't know it collapsed, so they just launched down and killed themselves. There was a lot of death. That was, 1989. Whew. Kid was born. No, if you're 19, you weren't born then. But good for you, young man or young woman. Washington State. Okay, Washington. Are you liberal? Because everybody says, oh, California, Oregon, or Washington, you got to be liberals. All my friends live in all those states, and we're not liberals. And you have been watching me, so you can't be my boy that I play PlayStation on with. The yellow fellas. That's what we call ourselves. You seem interesting, though. Let me ask you this. Martin. Let me ask you this. What is your hobby? What do you like doing for fun besides going on people's lives and trying to get into their brains? Like, what do you like doing for fun? Your most favorite thing that brings your brain back to normal? And if you say dressing up like a woman and it rubs the lotion on, I mean, if that's your favorite thing, that's your favorite thing. It ain't mine. Money. Okay. So money drives you. Money drives me too. I've created 3 businesses. I didn't even get out of high school. So, do you have parents with money? Or are you going to make your own money? Or have you already made money at 19? It's hard to make money at 19. There's no problem dropping out of high school. You'll start making money if you know a trade. Like, in general, what kind of business do you do? Construction? I was doing that at 19. And then I became a trashman. That was my favorite. Before it was automated. So, man, I made so much money at the flea market for people that would break up and throw their boyfriend's shit out or their girlfriend's shit out. Me and my partner used to fight over the breakup cans is what we called them. Anyway, man, you're a fun person. Thank you you've been watching because you knew about my kids. Have I ever, compliments the brewery, have I ever met you? My wife drives me crazy. Martin, you're 7 years old. Martin, let me ask you this, if I can. How many times have you been married? I'm curious about that one. Or have you been with the same person forever? What time is it? I gotta feed my... I'm in charge of the kids tonight, 7, so I'll do it by 8. Okay. This is a tedious part. This is a part that, if you're gonna do this, this is where it's gonna go, and you gotta be a mental case to be able to deal with all this. Because this is next level right here. But you have to get all the meat out, otherwise when you give it back, it's not gonna turn out right. So this is the part that's not fun, but look at the chunk of meat I just pulled out of this. Hang on. Look at that. That's all beautiful. Beautiful. Look what's happening there. We're working our way up. Working our way back to you, babe. 48 years. Wow, Martin. Hey, hashtag great parenting, or great marriage, or whatever that. Not parenting. Man, 48 years. That is great, man. And I've seen your posts. You ride Harleys, and Martin is a free diver. He's a stage 4 cancer survivor. Now, when I talk about my uncle, he was a statistic like my uncle, and my uncle lost. Martin didn't lose. He thrived. So, Martin's a real man to me. Oh, yeah, that's all good stuff. I'm going to weigh this out at the very end, guys. You got to stick in there or don't. I mean, this was, I think it was 9.1 at the harbor. I weighed it here and at the market, and it was 8.9, but it was missing 2 legs, but I have the 2 legs, so that meat's not in with this batch. So this is going to be pretty accurate of how much, if you actually do all this, you blast the meat out of the legs. She hasn't killed me yet. When you blast the meat out of the legs, and if you have this kind of time and energy, and to the fact teller, man, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Sorry I went down a weird spot with Jason, but I mean, I'm prepared for anything. I figure the bitch boy that's married to my ex, if he wants to talk, I'll bring him up. If my daughter wants to talk, Emily, you want to come tell the world what kind of terrible person I was? Let's go. Don't do it. You saw what I did to you in the last 2.5 years. You're not in my league. You are my daughter. You were dominant in the ocean. Everybody loved you. For some reason, you drank the Kool-Aid of some bullshit. Now, I'm not drunk, just rambling on now. I haven't even taken my edible yet. I've stopped bashing you. I've turned a different corner. I hope me and you make up in life before this is over. But if it doesn't, watch my videos and know what kind of man I was. And you be the same woman to your kids when somebody tries to hate you because you don't want to be with them. That's checkmate to you, father-in-law, ex-father-in-law. Bruce, go fuck yourself, paying my kids not to talk to me, allegedly. And to my ex-wife, go fuck yourself. Because this is my final chapter, and I'm getting famous, and you're sitting there going, losing your brain. Oh my God, only 4 people watching. No. 750,000 views on removing the tail meat of that one. Where this is going to go, I don't care. You get to leave this world with both kids thinking you're great, and then when you die or I die, guess what happens? They lived their life, and they missed out. Emily for 4 years, Weston for 2. Checkmate. Now, back to reality. We are going to move on. I am going to get drunk tonight. This is going to be fun. I do need to take a break and feed the bulldogs, my babies. And I don't even know if my buddy Justin showed his bulldogs tonight. He has 8 of them. I'm not promoting him. Don't buy one if you can't handle these dogs. They are like having a specially handicapped kid for the rest of your life. They need attention. They need to be indoors. They can't be outdoors. I know everybody thinks they're tough. They're not tough. They have OCD like I do. If their world's messed up, they don't understand it. Oh, look at this piece of meat. Wow. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Just keep pulling. That is a piece of meat. That is all edible. It's all muscle, guys. It's the same as the tail. Prove me wrong. Martin, you ever do this with your lobster or no? You just tell them and look at that. Look at that. That's weight, guys. I'm ready to call it quits and get rid of her. You ain't getting rid of her, Martin. Let me keep reading though. I can't take the bar. If you're 70, how old is she? Are you the 70-year-old that married like a 49-year-old or a 39-year-old? Then yes, she's at the bar. She thought you would be dead now. You had stage 4 cancer. Now she has to sit around thinking, she told her boyfriends that, oh, he's going to be dead and we're going to be rich. I don't think that's the person you would marry. But you're a fun guy. And this is if you want to be the best at what you do. There it is. We'll weigh it out at the end. I am going to have to take a pee break, and I am going to have to get another beer. And I do want to... what do you do with all this lobster? Okay, the truth is, these aren't my lobsters. This is my buddy Jesse. He runs a couple groups, but this is the main one. SoCal Lobster Hunters. That's Southern California Lobster Hunters on Facebook. You're too young for Facebook. I think he's on Instagram too. So what I do with all this meat, if it's mine, is I make hot dogs out of it, sausages. That Martin came up, we call them sea dogs. And then what we do is I just give them to people. I've eaten all the lobster I need to eat in life. I'll make cute little videos of me making it with great recipes just because it gives me views. But me and my wife, if we never ate lobster again, would be okay with that. That's how crazy we are. Look at that piece of meat right there. Wow, look at this thing come together. So everything, after lobster season, you're going to see the same thing with me with halibut. And all that meat, 900 pounds. I can't eat 900 pounds. I can make my dogs food with it. But I cannot make it. I am going to take a pee break and get one more beer. And then I'll be right back here. Give me 1 minute. Wow, this was a great show. Thank you, guys. All right, last beer. There will be 3 of them tonight. Can't hide it. I've been drinking. Now, I will say in the future, my show will be 1 hour. I'm talking at the end of, where are we at, March? And then it's going to be $4.99 a month. I'm turning into one of those guys. Martin, don't worry. You're free. for life. You have a lifetime membership. Anybody with a blue collar in their name or blue in their name is going to be free forever. And it's just a way for me to start making a little bit more money here. And you get the after hours. You get my drive down there. You get the me being there live. I went live and Jesse had his phone. So I didn't go live on my own channel. Could have gotten me new people, sure. That's what I was there for, exposure. But this was his night. He walked up, him and Roger were the biggest lobsters I've ever seen from hoop netters. I mean, yeah, there was other people out there that brought up bigger ones. But this was their night in the competition. And make no bones about it. I don't care who you are. That was the best. Why are the game wardens after me? Well, I wasn't ever going to say anything because I had a truce with them, but who gives a shit? They don't talk to me anymore. So, I will tell you right now. 3 years ago, I came back from a lobster closer trip. And I brought back all these lobsters. It might have even been 2 years ago because my son and daughter, Penelope and Oliver, the bulldogs, I lay them out. I go on a multi-day trip. I get to have 7 a day. I can come back with 21 in my possession. And I always have 21. That's how good I am. And I come back. And I say, hey, bulldogs, you pick which one gets to stay alive. What the hell? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. You get to pick which ones stay alive. I made a whole video about it. I lay them out here. They went up to one. They both did, the biggest one. Started sniffing it. That's when I took down to Monterey Bay Aquarium area. Breakwater. And I put it back into an MPA. This is facts. I have the video. I took it down because they asked me to, but I'm going to put it back up. And I was already under investigation before because here's the truth. The harbor master in Monterey owns a commercial dive boat, but he doesn't own it. His wife owns it. So he uses them, the wardens, to come as his personal army. This is facts. And I have it all. So if they want to come here, let's go. Come on. I don't want to take them on. I hate fighting with the game wardens. Because if you're human, you make mistakes. And I don't want to make a mistake and get caught for making a mistake. I don't have any fines, ever. They had me on 5 charges. Bringing back lobsters out of season. Because I posted my video 2 days later. Now I had to document because I film everything, right? So I had the evidence of me being on the dive boat, a commercial dive boat. You really think they're going to risk hundreds of millions of dollars in fines for letting somebody go out and filming themselves after lobster season? The stupidest thing. They acted it was a young game warden. No, I'm not giving up his name. He's a good guy. But he didn't like me because I'm cocky. Just kind of like when you came on the show and I shut you down. And as I was going to go I told my buddy what I was going to do. And he will remain nameless. I told him what I was going to do. And he texted me and said, don't do that. I said, what? He goes, I'm not going to tell why he said that. Because it might give him up, so I won't do that. He just said don't do that. And then he gave me reasons why. So, I called the local branch of the wardens. And I got to a receptionist, nice lady. And she said when you call them, they said, we're recording this call. I tell everybody, I'm recording this call too. It's cool, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I have all that. I have the voice, right? And it's okay. And then I asked her, I said, hey, I want to take this lobster and I want to return it at Monterey Breakwall area. It's an MPA. Is that okay? She goes, oh, that's a tough question. I don't know. Let me give you to an officer. Hello, little girl. Oh my goodness, you gotta go potty? Hang on, everybody. It's time to be a daddy time. Let's go potty. Come on, I got you. I got you. Good girl. And we have a mountain lion, a killer mouse cow out there, so come on, let's go potty. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, inside. We're gonna eat in a minute. Come on. I know, Mom's not here. It's not my fault. Alright, back to story time. I gotta wrap this up, so I gotta keep thinking while I'm talking. Getting my glove on. Mountain lion. Yeah. You have a question. Well, I'm trying to answer your last question, but you got a new one. Rocket. So, I was under investigation. My buddy told me I can't do what I wanted to do, so I called the wardens. Now, I get a call back from a warden that's on light duty, is what they call it. And I don't answer because I don't recognize the number, and like most people do. And it went to voicemail, and he said, you can do this, and you can put it here. I have it all recorded. Not just on my phone, but I've made copies of it, right? Hey! Cheers, brothers. Boom, I got you. I don't know if that's Roger, or if that's still Jesse. Thank you. I'm glad we worked things out tonight, the fact teller. But let me finish my story because you asked, and then you can keep going on. So this is why I was under investigation one of the times. And so I'm sitting there, and I get this message from the guy saying I can do what I'm going to do. So I called my buddy and said, hey, I got clearance from our California State Game Warden. And I played the message to him. He goes, oh, I guess it's okay. So then I went to my buddy's dive shop that was on the trip with me, right? And I said, hey, this is what I'm going to go do. He goes, oh, he was on the same trip with me. He goes, I got a couple extra. We don't need this many. Don't worry about it. We're all assholes in life. Jesus, I mean, my God. You're a champion if you're an asshole. Listen, people are weird. Hang on, just go potty again. Why didn't you just go poop the first time, weirdo? Go on. I got you. I'm watching. Good girl. Come on. You want your butt wipe? You want your butt wipe? All right. Hang on. I gotta wipe her butt. Jesus Christ. Alright. That's done. Alright, let me finish this up. Damn it. Wash my hands. Hey, don't get a bulldog if you're not afraid to wipe an ass. I've been a dad. I did it to my kids. Nobody had a problem with me after I went them over. I'm a narcissist, remember? Cheers to you, young man or woman, whoever you are out there. Keep rocking yourself in life. So back to my story. He says he'll donate 2 lobsters for me. They're still alive. We got to transport them alive, right? So I take these lobsters down and I let them go and I make a video of it. I show my bulldogs picking it up, stay of execution, and I let them go in an MPA, Marine Protected Area, right next to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. The guys that keep animals in a cage, fish and everything, but yell at me because I'm killing them. Okay, all right. Now I'm out there, letting them go. Had the greatest time. This one should go viral. The problem is I was doing long form back then and nobody wanted long form. They want 10 seconds of nothingness. So, let me stay on track though. So, I let it go. I post a video and then the very next day, guess what the wardens are doing? They're not at my house. They're at my buddy's dive shop that gave me the 2. Made him close down his dive shop. These are true stories. I can back it up with a video, with evidence. Made him close down, these wardens made him close down his business. Go get his lobster card and says, we got you on 5 charges. You need to tell us who the guy that made the video is. I don't know why they couldn't just look up my IP address. Anybody can do it. I can look up yours. I can look up anybody's. Okay? And my buddy calls me and goes, hey, they want your number. I said, give him my number. He wouldn't get... I got buddies that don't rat me out. I got one that did because I'll give you another story. But I got ones that don't rat me out, and this is one that doesn't. Listen, give him... I said, hey, my dude, let me forward you the message the guy that's on light duty gave to me. They heard that message. And the 5 things they had on: 1, transporting lobsters illegally; 2, catching lobsters out of season, even though we caught them in season. I made the video 3 days later. I'm sorry. I don't do fentanyl like you said. So if I did coke, I'd be able to just make videos and just stay up. I have to sleep for 5 hours a night, so that's when I was sleeping. These wardens had us on those charges, plus putting it... Listen, this is when I learned. I used to... Allegedly, I was taught, if you grab a big lobster over 10 pounds, we take them back to the MPA and throw them back in. And I've made video after video of us doing it. You cannot take out of an MPA. I know that. Marine Protected Area. Everything's cool in there. Nobody can touch anything. Nobody can mess with anything. You can't put back in. I said, this is the dumbest rule. I'm letting this thing that's 100 years old live its life out, and hopefully it'll stay in the MPA and not go get food out of the MPA so nobody else like me can go grab it. Makes logical sense, but I live in California. The people I yelled at, the commissioners, they don't think practically. They see my video of me, they do what everybody else does. They take my video, they take my voice out of it, they take who I am and what I'm doing, and then they just go for that 10 seconds of me just throwing animals around and hurting them and harassing them. Okay. Focus on where we're at now. Here I am. I'm the only one that called in and didn't say thank you for letting me talk. I didn't care. I told Coca-Cola. I told the people that control the people that are the game wardens, that make all the decisions, that we're trying to take away more fish from us for no reason, no science behind it. I told them to go fuck themselves without saying go fuck yourselves, because I'm 54 years old, so I know you can't say that, and it brings down your algorithm, it brings down everything. But I'm the only guy that called him a liberal. And then my boys all called me out and said, you just called him a liberal. And I also put up my website, cweb13.net. All of a sudden my website it went down. I had it up, I just started it, and it was going great. Conspiracy theorists, I don't care. Maybe it was a glitch. Because I told him, the guy said, I would like to hear from you if you have real information. All right, that's what I said, cweb13.net. You can go buy my apparel, or you can just contact me through there. He's a plant from our governor that wants to take Americans' rights away. Our governor, during COVID, sat there in a restaurant telling us to stay home while he was out partying at a restaurant it's a 3-month waiting list when it's not COVID, without a mask on, and telling everybody we were the problem. That guy. Gavin Newsom. Look him up if you don't know. I'm sure you have one in Washington and Oregon. Now, I know federal funding comes from the president. Trump was right here. Sounds like I'm overweight. He sounds overweight. Me? No, God, I did steroids in my day. I was good looking. Oh, Gavin. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, Gavin Newsom makes $250,000 a year, but he was able to afford a $9.6 million estate in California. The math doesn't add up to me. Nancy Pelosi is his aunt. I don't care what side you're on. Every side's corrupt. But this is more corrupt. Facts. But let's get back to the story. And let me keep working because I got to feed the dogs. My kids. I'm getting a new one too. Can you believe that? I know you're 19. You got a dog? A lot of 19-year-olds buy dogs, but man, you're partying all the time. Are you a straight dude? And if you are, like, can you imagine going to a party and you bring lobster sausages? We're probably going to get, out of the 3 that my boys got, we're probably going to get, Jesse said there was, let me go back, 25 pounds. I think that was the total weight of the 3. So he's going to get 16 to 18 pounds of pure meat. This is just one. We'll wait in a minute. Let me keep working so we can finish the show. But see, this is why, and they're right. I cannot drone on all night long. This would be the after party, the $4.99 a month type thing. So then I can talk real. I can get sponsors. I don't yell at my kids anymore and call my daughter a cunt because she doesn't talk to me. I'm a real dude. I've been through life. So when you come in and talk to me, I I don't get mad. Nothing can shock me. You could say I banged your stepmom last night. Good for you. You could say you banged my mom. I'm like, she's 80 years old. You better bring some water. Because if you're gonna go down on the when I bang a chick, I make sure they're satisfied before I'm satisfied. I mean, I can bust a nut at any time. I make sure whoever I'm with, listen, and I got the average size dick. I don't have that big, huge fucking Donkey Kong dick. I know every guy says he does, but Jesus, not every guy does. Let's get real. You find a woman that just wants to be with you for who you are. And you might be successful in life. Or you might not be. I mean, my God. You can make a lot of mistakes in life and not rebound from them. You could lose your kids because some woman doesn't want you to be around them anymore because you decided not to be with her. And that can trip you up where you actually have to start taking coke and fentanyl just to deal with the pain. Most people go not that route. They go to heroin. Those are facts. And if you do find yourself in that situation, I've been through it all. That's a good piece of meat right there. Been through it all. And I've survived. This is what champions do. This is the end of my life. And I don't want to go anywhere. I want to live to Martin's age. 70. My dad died at 53. I'm 54, so I surpassed him. I'm on borrowed time. And I'm diving with great whites and shooting halibut all day long in the summertime. There's great whites when you're grabbing lobsters, and I don't have my spear gun with me. I know I have to protect Kevin. Why? Martin. I love that guy. And Martin's somebody like you, young person, I met online, and me and Martin just connected. Because here's the problem. I want the world record lobster, and Martin's dove in this area, and he has the knowledge for it. But I mean, he's old. So what does old people know? They have the history. They have everything I want. They could take me to the end zone. The guys that run the charter, the guys that got these lobsters, know what they're doing hoop netting. Cheers to you, Jesse. Cheers to you, Roger. I would like to be them someday in their league. But I didn't take that route. I put tanks on and jumped in the water. I'm not a free diver. I won't take anything away from those guys. God bless you, free divers. I know you guys threatened me and I threatened you and I told you where to meet me and nobody showed up. And then you asked me to come talk at your meetings and I thought I was going to... My wife's like, just call me when you get there. And then I had so much fun I didn't call her. And we were outside partying with the free divers that were like me, the best out of that meeting. And if you're married, listen, and you're going into people that, I mean, they really did threaten me back in the day. They did. We're all friends now because I don't want acknowledgement from getting the world record lobster as a free diver. Now, diving, I hashtag diving with my videos, so I get how they can get offended, but they're not offended. They just, listen, they're a different breed. Oh, that's a good piece right there. Look at that, guys. We're getting there. We're almost there. We'll do the final weigh-in. I'll feed the puppies. My beer's done. I had 3 of them. And I'm glad... What's my favorite movie? Okay, this will make me racist, so I don't want to say it. But Edward Norton. Norton, and it was Put Your Face on the Curb. What is that movie? No, I'm not racist. No, I got blacks in my family. I got Mexicans in my family. I got every color in my family, and if you mess with them, I would be the person that you need to be afraid of. No, I grew up in California. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care what your color is. I don't think Black History Month in February is a good idea. Here's why. They should have every month just like I have every month. So I don't need to be lectured by my government to tell me that I need to appreciate blacks only for 1 month. But in California, they want to make sure you appreciate them. So, Mexicans, I love Mexicans. I grew up in San Diego. Hardworking. The gang related ones, I don't, listen, you're just disrespecting everybody. If you're going to shoot somebody, shoot the person that you're out there. Don't do a drive-by and kill innocent people. If you're in the game, be in the game, but don't mess with my game or my family. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. My head is shaved because I'm bald. I could have the look my dad did that did the bozo bald, right? Shiny on top, bozo bald here. I could wear a hat and then grow it out, and then you wouldn't know I was bald until I took off my hat. I'm just who I am. So I started going bald at, 19. I had the best hair ever. You don't know this, but there was a restaurant called Bob's Big Boy, and they had this guy out front, a little fat kid in checkered red, white overalls, and he had a bouffon-du is what we called him. Flock of seagulls, if you look it up. Now I did have the mohawk, and I wasn't a skinhead back then, but I did have the red Doc Martens, which means you've put somebody's, not of a different race. I never did somebody with a different race, but you put you stomped them out. If you had the red shoelaces with Doc Martens in my day, that means you stomped somebody out. What I mean by that is you beat them up so, normally you're in a group of idiots, and you beat them up so bad and they were knocked out, or you got lucky and knocked them out and you just started stomping on them, and then you'd be able to wear your red laces on your Doc Martens. But that would associate you with the skinheads back in my days. I didn't want to be associated with the skinheads. I'm not a skinhead. So, that's all I can say. I mean, man, this is almost done. This is amazing. This project went well. Hey, I'm glad I met you, fact teller. I am. I'm sorry I was a little brutal at first, but if you're going to come in and yell at me about my kids, I didn't do anything wrong except for marry the wrong woman, and then I found out she was the wrong woman, and I found out she was sick, and it turns out I'm right. My kids aren't talking to me, and if you go back and watch my videos, me and my kids had the best relationship ever. I was a great dad. So, wherever it goes from here, it goes from here. I couldn't tell you. Wherever... My kids are grown. They're 20, I believe my daughter's 26, and I believe my son is 28. And they're going to have kids. And they're going to have relationships. And are they going to thrive in their relationships? I don't know. They don't have me to help them. Nothing I can do about that. Except for just keep on living. I will tell my story, though, every night. And if I affect one person at a time, I've made it. Gallagher. Now, Martin. Gallagher I know because my dad watched him. Made me watch him. He even made me watch Bill Cosby because he wanted me to know there's people that can be funny out there, but they're nice. Well, we saw what happened to... well... Young man, if you don't know the story about Bill Cosby, he used to drug his alcohol while yelling at people to be good and be smart and be funny, but not at anybody else's expense. Meanwhile, he was raping women left and right. and then played the innocent old man at the end of his life. Is he still alive, Martin? Do you got advice for me? You're 19. Jesus. Okay, here's my advice to you. And don't take this the wrong way, because I know they teach it in school here in California. You don't have to suck a dick to know you don't want to suck a dick. Okay? I know all of them say, how do you know if you're gay if you haven't tried it? You got to be nice. You don't have to. And if you want to suck a dick, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm not the guy that cares. I'm California, man. You want to suck a dick? Just don't do it in front of me, and don't try to hit on me to try to turn me, because that will be your worst mistake. I'll go back to my Doc Martin days, right? And it doesn't mean because I hate anybody. It's just because I don't put up with that bullshit. I don't. I'm a man that doesn't put up with it. Like when you came in the room tonight. I stopped my whole show just to talk to you because I'm interested. Why anybody would come in and say you're a fentanyl pusher. That's fun. I'm the farthest from a fentanyl pusher. I know the people that sell cocaine back in the day, but they're old now, right? And they got out of it. They sold it just so they can they were ugly males, so they can get head and whatever they wanted just by delivering it at 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to be in bed because I'm up at 4:30, 5:30 every day. It's just my naturalness in life. What you will get from my channel is complete honesty. I am going to have to tone it down because now I'm getting a little bit of fame and I have to have sponsors, and that's what they've told me. So I'm going to do an after. Listen, I'm not trying to get you to come pay $4.99 a month. I think $4.99 a month is, everybody's doing $12.99. I just want to do it so I can talk like this and still have sponsors. And if you follow me on the after hours and how crazy the world thinks I am, I ain't crazy. Normal human. But there's people out there, and if you want to make money at the social media, I'm late to the game. I don't even know how to work a computer very well. I'm learning. I learned how to make an IQ code for my new website. It's going pretty good. Sold 3 things today. Made $150. Proved to my wife that it's very viable to do that. That's how you make money on social media. You're not going to make money even on something that goes viral, right? I have content all day long. This is what I'm doing. This is content. Get out of my way. The story behind this is even a better content. So, I don't need that. I just need to figure out, and I'm pivoting. I'm 54. I could retire and just sit there and do nothing. Or I live in Northern California. I'm leaving again. I'm coming down to the PCS show. Huge sponsors. The buzz is in that I'm in. Am I there? No, I check my ego. I check my bank account. I'm not worried about money. I've already have 3 success. I beat up homeless for a living. That's what I do right now. Now, I live in liberal California. Homeless are everywhere. They want them in a certain area, but if you live next to the politicians or Gavin Newsom's house, they call somebody like me because the police can't respond anymore. Now, what you got to do when you remove a homeless is you have to let them swing on you first before you knock them out. That's the truth. And I'm going to wrap this up with back to my story with the game wardens because I don't want to bring it up anymore, but I brought it up. So they had my buddy, he called me. I told him to listen to the recording of the game warden that was off on light duty. He said I could do everything. He left a voicemail saying I could do everything I did. So they backed off. And then they started a new investigation, and I was watching the guy that wanted to take me down. Me and him have a good relationship now, no names. And he wanted to take me down, so he's sitting in his truck and filming me every time I went out. Meanwhile, they thought I was running an illegal dive tour business. Go F yourself. I have my bros on the boat. They're my boys. They ain't your boys. You want to turn any of them? You better do better. And then I'm driving a $91,000 truck. They said, oh, you're taking $50 in gas money to take your buddy's house, which is illegal. And I can prove it, but I didn't even take the $50. So let's just say I did that 5 times a week. What, I'm going to get $1,000 a week? And I got to pay a $900 fee for my truck? Yeah, hang on. I got to pee one more time and I'll finish the story. That was a good story. God damn. I will say this, though. I will say this. Before I go on with this story, here's what I ask. Hopefully I've earned your respect tonight. They might be. I don't know. My buddy was down in Mexico, in Cabo, and he wanted to party after hours, and he went out and tried to keep partying, and then they were gonna kill him, so he jumped off a 3-story building and broke everything. They still took everything because it was either die, get stabbed, or jump, and they still came down and got his body and took everything from him. And when he woke up in the hospital, they were going to harvest his organs if he didn't give him 20 grand. He didn't have 20 grand. So he said, harvest them. Just put me out of my misery. They didn't want to harvest. It was a bluff. His organs weren't any good anyway. Too many things going on. So, let me stick to my story, not his story. I'm debating, do I play the... No, because I didn't edit it. I don't want the game warden that was on light duty name in there. Otherwise, I would just play it for you. I have it everywhere. I don't just have it here, I have it everywhere. So, if they want to make a move because I'm yelling at them, go ahead. I got buddies just like that stopped me from doing that video and told me you can't relocate animals and put them somewhere else. Those guys that I got the voice message from, that guy watching me and telling me, my guy, don't do it. And if you're going to do it this way. I also have game wardens that tell me when I'm under investigation. Because they watch me. And they're here's the thing, a game warden is a real man or woman. They're like me, they're dominant. You gotta understand, my buddies that are cops, and I have felons, I have guys that are in prison that like me, I got everything. Here's the truth behind it. The wardens are even hated by the local police and the police departments and everybody else. Because you show a badge and you're supposed to have a bro thing, right? Where, okay, maybe I made a mistake, but here's my badge. Cut me a break. No, the wardens don't cut you a break. So that man or woman that works for that, and you gotta understand, people that hunt are real killers. We know what we're doing. We know how to dissect things, get rid of things. And now you got no backup and you're in the mountains. I'm talking the guys hunting elk and bear and this kind of stuff. And you got a guy that pulls up that has no reception to get back up. To real guys that know how to. if you're doing something illegal, you don't want to be caught. They are the best of the best. They are a different breed of individual. Nobody likes them, not even law enforcement, and that's the truth. I got mad respect for each and every one of them. I make videos about them, but only in the good light. If my local wardens don't want to start talking to me about Moss Landing and the lithium fire, it means it's higher up than them. It's at Gavin Newsom's level. The one that controls things, the ones that puts the board, that the commissioners that we're on talking to, that have no idea what's happening. Do not make it about them. It has nothing to do with them. This is all Gavin Newsom. This is all fucked up politics. This is a corruption. You expose corruption, now you're the fucking boy that they can fucking make a message out of. So I walked out of here and I might have had 9 felonies, allegedly, in my garage. Looking around. You can't even have a squirt gun here in California. Everybody used to watch my videos like, what's in the gun safe? Absolutely nothing. What's in your freezers? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because I've done this. The reason why my daughter can't make a video about me being bad father is because I wasn't. The reason why the game wardens can't catch me is because they're not in my league. And this isn't a challenge for you. My buddy was doing a live video when we were catching these things on his boat. He was doing a private charter. He got pulled over and he was live. And they talked about me. They talked about the guy in Monterey. They talked about the guy that makes earrings. That's me. They talked about the guy that makes the shoes. That's me. One of one. Don't worry. I just did lingcod. Lingcod fisher. People fishing a hook and reel can't catch them right now. I shot one in the head. I have a video of a game warden telling me before I went out with my other buddy that I couldn't hunt. Why do you have a spear gun? I'm going to kill a lingcod. You can't do that. They're out of season. I'm like, no, there's no seasons for us. Yeah. These are lobster skin from lobsters that I grab them so good out of it. These are 101. That's a 15-pound asshole. So if you watch me take its asshole, that's why I took its asshole. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that gnome. 100% sustainability. They can't even yell at me, all the little earth movers that said, oh my God, you're killing the earth. They make me as an example with my videos to make closures on things. Shame on you, California. Shame on you, commissioners. Game wardens, I got mad respect for you. Please, leave me alone. Captain, I'm not giving your name. Give me a call. We need to talk. Or don't. Stay silent. And I will fuck your world up. Send your army. Come to my house. My cameras are on 24/7. I will go live. Let me get raided. Jesus, criminy. You think I'm dumb enough to not get rid of this meat? Turn it into lobster sausages? You're not in my league. And I didn't graduate from high school. Am I drunk and mad? No. I'm getting faded, yes. Am I mad? No. I'll never be mad. Mad, stress and anger kills people. If you have cancer, it accelerates it, in my opinion only. If you have a champion attitude, you might not be able to win. And if I die of cancer, I'm filming it. I've watched it 4 times with people I love. Here he is, my Uncle T. You talked about an uncle? That's real ashes. Now, he didn't want to go travel without his wife. She died a year before him. So, they're mixed in together. No, I would never smoke cigarettes. Here's why. Because and I wouldn't do drugs. So when you said fentanyl and coke, I never touched it. Listen, I have ADHD, I have Ritalin, I have all these things that accelerate people that says, oh my God, you're on coke. The jaw. The itching. If you saw spots on my face that I got to pick, that's meth. This is what most white people do. I avoided it. Because if I tried it, I'd be the best cokehead out there. Which means I'd have to sell my soul to the devil to get my next fix. I'm not that guy. I won't do it. I know myself. And to know yourself is a beautiful thing, young man. You're 19. That little voice in your head, follow it. If your friends are all saying this is fun and let's do this, you can still party with them. You just don't have to do it. You don't have to fall to peer pressure. You don't have to suck a dick to make sure you're not gay. But they're teaching that in our schools in California. Washington's the same way. I don't know if you're closer to the border or if you're more by the coast. They're all weirdos. Last time I went to jail. Well, listen. We all can go to jail at any time. That's the coolest thing. I can go to jail for the rest of my life and I have all the memories in my head, so they could put me in solitary. I would go straight into solitary. I don't want to be in general pop. Because I couldn't put up with my own group, right? I have to follow their rules and their actions. You just do when you're inside. If you're white in California, you have to be absolutely batshit crazy for them not to mess with you. Because you're only 11%. It used to be, you go to Canada, you're 90%, so you can just go and do your time and get out. There's rules you gotta follow on the inside. If you think you're badder and bigger than anybody else, you're dead. I don't ever want to put myself in that position, but I had 2 kids. Anybody messed with my 2 kids, I would have been happier than hell to be inside. I have videos and stories about that. This is not the night for that. The great comedian George Burns, yes. You're absolutely right, Martin. I've watched a lot of people smoke and die of cancer, but the helmet right there. That was my grandpa's helmet. Fireman in Sacramento. Firemen back in his day just ran in, didn't put regulators on, didn't put the equipment on, and saved lives. They didn't look at a person if they were, what race they were. They didn't care what sexuality they were. And then when the LA fires happened this year, and we heard somebody that is the top brass that Gavin Newsom put in charge, that was a woman, that had to tell us what she was wearing and what she identified as, but then lectured us by saying, because somebody asked her, what if you can't remove a 300-pound person? And that person said, this is the person in charge, said, why did they put themselves in that position? That got me right there. So you're telling me, if I live in LA and they hire the wrong people just to have those people there, Gavin Newsom, are you listening? Game wardens, are you listening? I'm not the problem. Martin, you're fun. The fact teller, you're fun too. Let me ask you this, the fact teller. And I want you to be goddamn truthful with me right now. Do you know social media?
Because this might be you're 19. This might be a game changer for the both of us. And Martin, leave your jokes, but I do want to hear from the fact teller. I'm into this. Because regardless if I'm a narcissist or not, I'm at the point in my career in social media. With social media, my own people are messing with me. They shelf my videos even though I know I have content. This is content. That's content. I do know I have to stop cussing. I don't know the words I'm not allowed to say that bring my algorithm down. Truth cannot be allowed. Because with truth, they can't accept it. Now, back when Biden was president, I used to hashtag love is love. So they'd promote my videos of bulldogs. So then my algorithm was gays. Can't say FAGs anymore. Now all of a sudden my whole phone turned to gayness. I'm not gay. I don't care about people being gay, but I'm not gay. Why do I want my algorithm to be gay? I wanted to be successful. I recorded it all. Uh-oh. Trump's my president now. My mom's with whatever gayness is out there in California. She hates, she's depressed, like all my neighbors, all my business contacts. Oh, you do know social media. Seems like you're closed. What does that mean? Closeted. Oh, sorry, closeted. Hang on. I got a new person. Hang on. Haha. Mr. Timothy. Your name's Tim. I'm going to call you, if you're a man, you're Tim. I don't know. Did your parents tell you you're special? You're just like me. You wake up, you shit, you do whatever the fuck you do. You make yourself happy. Timothy, Mr. Tim. And I don't want to switch roles here, but I want to talk to Taco for a minute. Tim, you're calling me closeted? Why? Because I grew up in the 70s and 80s and 90s? I used to beat up faggots. I sure did. My dad told me to. If I didn't beat them up, he would beat me up. Do I feel bad about it? No. It made me who I am. I don't even know what that. Hang on. Hey Bob. Hang on. Hang on. Everybody. I want to talk to Tim. I don't know what that means. Whoa. What's a BBG? I'm old. I say things. I don't know how to abbreviate things. I'm a slow human. So have respect for me being not into the world you're into. But if you're going to call yourself Timothy, Taco Timothy, why don't you call yourself Tim? Like, what's going on? I don't care if you're gay and you like to suck dick. Call yourself Tim. Because if you're talking to the guy that wants to suck your dick, say, oh, Timothy, suck my dick. No, Tim. You say, hey, you call me Tim? Suck my dick. Be a man. I'm ready, Tim. You ready for this? You came into a real room. You want to keep up with me, boy? We've already done this earlier. I thought this show was over. This is fun now. And everybody else, leave Timmy or Tim alone. I want to talk to this individual. Come on, Tim. Don't back down now, Tim. Jesus, you came into this room. You told me I'm in the closet and I'm semi-gay. Wait, you don't think I have a finger up my ass? Chicks have put fingers up my ass. I didn't like it. Why I'm banging them. Why I'm fucking them. I normally, when they put a finger up me, start to, I choke them. Yo, chill, uncle. Hey, Tim, that's my uncle right there. He wasn't gay either. Where'd you go, Tim? Did you lose your voice? This is when you're going to get on my after show. And if you don't believe this is happening, share me out. I don't want to charge $4.99, but Jesus, I'm already a celebrity and I have to. Oh, Taco Tim. Tim, you came in my room. Your name is Timothy, Taco Timothy. You think you're special because your mom told you you're special, and you said I'm closeted. I'm not closeted. Jesus Christ. The gays that grew up when I grew up that I beat up are my best friends now. Why? Because they didn't have the government protecting them, and now the government's not protecting you anymore. Fart noises, I like you. Everybody's mom told them they were special. I told my kids they were special. That's why they don't talk to me anymore. Here's the problem. Everybody in soccer gets a trophy. When I coached my kids soccer, I told them how to slide tackle and take out the opponents. Thank you, Tim. Tim, I don't care what politics you have. I don't care what sexuality you have. If you find this entertaining, share me out to all your friends. I'd like to comment with them. You can bring 10 of them on my show. I'm not going to back down just because I don't suck a dick. I don't have to suck a dick to know I don't want to suck a dick. I'll hang out with you, but if you want to suck my dick, I'm going to punch you. That's just how I was raised. Okay, you're Taco. Alright, no more Tim, you're Taco. I don't care about taco either. I love taco. I live in California. The real Mexicans know how to cook a real taco. I like carne asada meat in my taco. That's me. Thank you. Thank you. I am gonna call me a burrito chef. Jesus. That's my boy right now. My boys are showing up. Hang on. This is getting fun. I really was about to get off. Let me weigh the meat. This is a 9.1 pound lobster that I'm taking from, I didn't catch it. Who's Pookie Bear? Now I'm confused. Man, I've had too much alcohol. Let me take an edible to get fucking straightened out. This is fun. This is what my after show is going to be like. I have to be sponsored up. So I'm not... All the sponsors said, hey, you're way too out there. I said the real people will question if I'm way too out there. But I am on social media, and I'm trying to make a change. It's working. I mean, my God, you see every video I do goes viral. Well, we're going to find out right now, Bob. Let me take one more peek, and then we're going to weigh this. This was a 9.1 pound lobster caught by real champions in the harbor for, those are shells. I want to get the shells out when I can see it. So let me pee. Hang on. God damn, this is getting fun. What I'm talking about.
Drum roll, please. I went and got a glass bowl. Boom, there it is. There'll be no hidden secrets here. This is completely done. Boom. Okay? Snaps. We have the tails. We have the antennas. This one will be taxidermied. I'm not ready to do it. I want to give it its own bath. So I'm going to keep it in the freezer. It doesn't crack in the freezer when I need to taxidermy it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch previous October videos. Jeff has one that I did for him. He got his biggest lobster. He's having a daughter. He's a young man. Here we go. First of all, let's tear out the weight from the bowl. Let me turn on my camera so I can do this live. God, should I clean things up? Let's get my uncle out of this situation. Let's get Death out of this situation. Let me clean up real quick. Sorry, everybody. This is very unprofessional. I get it. Thank you for watching. Please share this out if you like the content. Come back. I do this every night. I normally don't go this long. This is still free. You're going to get the sponsored Brent from 5:30 to 6:30. I won't go long hours like this. Look at all. Oh my God. Look at all that lobster grossness on this. If you want to make a negative comment, I will back up what I'm saying. That's just the truth. That's facts, as you kids say. God, this is fun. That's what we're going for. How much meat, leg meat, head meat, tail meat is in there. That needs to be cleaned. That needs to be cleaned. Parchment paper is key, everybody. Alrighty. I cannot see comments right now, so if you're making comments, I apologize. But this is the grand finale. This is the question everybody's been asking. From a 9-pound lobster, how much meat do you retain? If I had a real producer in the studio, some young kid that really knows what he's doing, they can do a drum roll right now. How great would that be, right? Like, you can actually do a drum roll. Like Family Vacation, Clark Griswold. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. You're just young. Here we go. There's not going to be any lies about this. This is real talk for real people. I'm going to give you a minute so you can call your friends and say, wow, this is really happening. Sure it is. There it is right there. Boom. That is Jesse and Rogers Lobster from this group, but they also have a charter business. Here we go. I gotta turn on my camera for this because this is good. I want to put this in a video real quick for 10 seconds for everybody. Go like this. Oh, hang on, the camera's facing the wrong way. Damn. Just stupid. Come on, get professional on me. There you go. All right, here we go. Let's weigh it out.
from a 9-pound, 1 ounce lobster. On. Turn it on. And then we're gonna throw the bowl on. 2 pounds, something ounces. Let's tear. We're back at 0. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Where are we at? Almost 4 pounds. That's the God's honest truth. A 9-pound lobster, you're going to get not half, but that's pretty goddamn good. That's the best you're going to do. You're going to get half. You're going to get 50% right now. Now, let's add this shit. Let's add everything. Let's have fun with this, right? Oh! Alright, don't worry, guys. I know what I'm doing. I can put it back together as long as it didn't crack. Where are we at on that? The asshole is going to be added too. Hang on. So this was 9 pounds originally. Didn't break. Still okay. Where are we at? Anybody see? Let me look. 9-pound lop, and it wasn't 9 pounds because of the water weight, but okay, let's just say 9 pounds. You're gonna get 6 pounds with the shell, everything out of it. That is as much as sustainability as you can do with this. This will be internalized into one of these greatnesses up here. And if I didn't perform as great as I performed tonight, do not share me out. But if I did, God damn it, share me out to your friends. Let's keep this beauty going. This is all going to go in the freezer until it gets its own bath. Share me out to your friends. Because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to entertain. I want to have fun. I want young men and women that are 19 that are asking me questions about life. I can answer you. I can only answer from my own part of life that I've been through. But there it is right there. There's no smoking anything else with me. It's just straight up truth. This is all going to get grounded up and turned into lobster sausages, which I invented. There's some guy with 1.9 million followers on Instagram that said he invented it 3 weeks after I put out my video. Max, you're not in my league. You have better videos than me. You have a better following than me. But don't count me out, Max. I'm not going to fucking be your bitch. I definitely will answer any questions that come up. Hang on, there's no reason for me to be recording this on my phone. So, I got about 10 more minutes and then I'm going to feed my bulldogs. If you got a question... Oh my God, what is that? That is gross. If you got a question, wasn't planning on it. Okay. Any... Silver flakes, alright. This one's going to be taxidermy. This one's going to be famous. This one won the contest of my buddy's contest in Long Beach every year. His name's Slade A. On Instagram is his age group, and that's his biggest promotion. If you want you and your boys and you're in LA area, Long Beach area, and you want to go do this but you don't have a boat, he'll give you a boat. You got to pay. I didn't do it for the pay.
I did it because he asked for the bling chains, and you'll see what it is with the whole video after it's all done. You'll see real men winning and not letting kids get their participation trophy. If you're interested in any of this, you can follow me and I'll let you know, in my viewpoint, who's the best. Jesse and Rogers are 1%ers. They showed up to the competition and they won. To the ones first starting out with their friends, how fun was it? You got to go drink a couple beers, you got to go pull up lobsters, and you came back for the weigh-in. I don't care if it was 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds. Talk to the best. Go out on their charters and do one trip. They probably won't take you to their best spots, I'm just saying. Maybe they will. I don't know. I believe they will, because here's the thing. They want you to keep coming back. For me, I went with my boy Justin on his boat, and then I went back and I caught my first hoop netting by myself with a buddy that met me off the internet. What a great evening. I'm glad the fact teller, you've been watching because you knew about my history with my kids. So I don't know when you start following me, but thank you for following me. If you call me out on something, I'm going to be honest with you. You're 19. Jesus, you're just beginning. I hope you don't go through a divorce, but if you do, stay in there for your kids, if you're into kids. And I'm talking your kids. Do not let society or a woman tell you that you're not a good father just because you didn't want to be with that woman. Timothy, or Taco, you want to be called. I don't know what you're talking about staying in there, but stay in there. If you're a man enough to put your dick in a woman and make kids with her, and you don't like that woman anymore, stay in there. You created that, and you have to hang in there for 18 years. And then after that, wherever your kids decide to go from there, that'll be a true man. That'll be a true woman. And you're going to have obstacles. You're going to make mistakes. We're human. We all do. Own up to those mistakes and keep fighting for your kids. You guys all have a great evening. Thank you for letting me entertain you tonight. If you like this, please share me out. If you want to purchase anything from Seawolf, go to seawolf13.com. Otherwise, have a great night, guys.